The House Ways and Means Social Security Subcommittee plans to once again debate Representative John Larson's bill, Social Security 2100, a Sacred Trust, in Congress. What's going on, guys? Josh Baldwin here for Mad Money Millennial, bringing you the latest news and most straightforward information out there for those of you on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and SNAP or EBT benefits. You can do me a giant favor by tapping those like and subscribe buttons. And let's get into this update on some legislation aimed at improving financial shortfalls for millions of seniors. At the head of this effort, John Larson from Connecticut currently sits as the chairman of the House Ways and Means Social Security Subcommittee. The legislation adopts the Consumer Price Index for the elderly as the basis of the annual cost of living adjustment and applies the payroll tax to annual wages above $400,000. In an email, Larson states, "We are in the process of working toward markup, which will be held hopefully very soon." A new report by the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget criticizes the bill for only keeping Social Security solvent until 2038, only 4 years from its current projected depletion date. The bill is a substantial downgrade from 2019's Social Security 2100 Act, which we've praised as a responsible solution to Social Security's financial troubles, according to the policy group. The previous version of Social Security 2100 would have subjected earnings over $400,000 to the payroll tax while also gradually raising the payroll tax rate from 12.4% to 14.8%, the report states. A sacred trust removes nearly half of the solvency improving revenue from the original bill while dramatically expanding new spending, but making that spending temporary to cover up the costs. Specifically, the new legislation removes adjustments to the payroll tax rate, which were responsible for closing 2/3 of the solvency gap, while adding 8 new benefit expansions that would further increase benefits for disabled workers, spouses, young adults, and the very old. To obscure the cost of its benefit expansions, the legislation would set them all to expire after 5 years. A sacred trust would close half of the solvency gap, while SS 2100 closed the full solvency gap, the committee said. Assuming the 5-year benefit expansions are made permanent as clearly intended, we estimate they would consume more than all of the revenue increases. In fact, a permanent version of a sacred trust would actually worsen solvency. The sacred trust bill would push to 2038 the trust fund's depletion date, at which it would be forced to cut benefits by 20%. A permanent version of the sacred trust legislation, the report asserts, might actually advance the solvency date so that Social Security runs out of reserves 1 year earlier. In responding to the report, Larson told ThinkAdvisor in the email that the COVID pandemic and its impact on seniors and inflation has given a new urgency to act and pass the legislation. Social Security 2100, a sacred trust, Larson said, gives beneficiaries the improvements and security they desperately need now. Democrats will keep fighting in Congress to improve solvency and benefits over time without harming the trust funds. But the seniors and people with disabilities we've heard from can't wait. The time to act is now. Alright guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below any information you might have about your own Social Security benefits, and maybe you can help someone else out. And of course, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right next to it. Hitting that bell will make sure you get notified exactly when my videos are coming out, and not a week or two later. And lastly, if you'd like to support my channel, you can now own your very own original Mad Money Millennial t-shirt. Colors come in black, gray, red, and white, and the link to my store can be found right under this video. Alright guys, stay safe, stay hustling, and I will talk to you guys again soon.